in an interview last month, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson,
Oh my God, Dwayne's still talking to niggas? I'm sorry.
Claimed that WWE could revisit the storyline of Cody Rhodes giving his soul to The Rock down the road. However, it was reported at the time that WWE sources denied this. It was noted that the story was pitched to Cody, but John Cena ended up getting selected instead. Fightful Select notes that when the angle was pitched to Rhodes, those closest to him were not a fan for many reasons. This included the live gates, merchandise, and ticket sales. WWE had been generating with Rhodes as the top babyface, as he was still getting huge pops. While Rock said that WWE could revisit the story as of last month, there were no plans to make Cody Rhodes a heel anytime soon. WWE has plans to keep him a babyface for the rest of the year at least. Sources says that they didn't want to put a lot of focus on it, but several people were against the idea of Cody Rhodes turning heel due to how good business has been with him as a top babyface over the last couple of years. So it seems that The Rock is not going to get his way anytime soon. But was it the right decision to instead go with John Cena as the heel? Because, like, it's got to be asked this question at this point. Is the John Cena heel turn working for everybody? Because for me personally, I don't think the booking has been right with it. I don't think Triple H has been producing the best television, the best usage of John Cena. And a lot of that is down to his schedule, but a lot of that is down to what he is giving him. Mm-hmm. And two, I don't think John Cena is in love with this idea. This has felt like it was a plan B type scenario, like The Rock put it out there to be. The Rock feels like he's telling the truth. Like he was telling the truth that it was his idea to go with Cody, which I don't know. In hindsight, I know that Cody is generating big stuff. The live gates are huge, the merchandise are huge, the ticket sales are huge. I feel like all those stuff would be the same if Cody was the top heel.
I was like, going to say the same.
The WWE is on fire right now. I think that this would have at least been something interesting to try out if Cody was the heel, and you would have been able for him to embrace the boos that he got at WrestleMania. Krissy, what do you think?
I think the formula probably would have still been the same. I think that we would probably still get this mediocre booking. At least he probably would have been on TV every week, most likely. But I feel like if he was to go heel, they would have just did it good for like WrestleMania season. But then afterwards, it just would have been like, okay, now what? Whatever. Like, you know, it still would have been very subpar. I feel like they do everything half-assed. They never really do anything like fully blown unless it's like something of interest that's attached to it. I feel like, yeah, I don't have faith. I don't have any faith that that his heel turn would have been so successful. I think it would have just still been very subpar because they don't book properly.
You think Cody would be a subpar heel turn too? I think Cody would be performing better than John Cena is in this role.
I think what I'm saying, let me reword. Okay. I think he definitely would have performed it because he's done heel work before. So this is something that he's used to. He's done it before. He had to do this. So yes, performance wise, we would have gotten a very good heel. I think the booking would have been subpar.
Oh, I think that Triple H has like put his foot off the gas for a while now. So yes. I won't. I think yeah, we can agree on that.
Yes, that's what I'm. Wouldn't be the best,
saying. But it's not the combination of what we're getting with Cena, where Cena's performances have not been that great. Like there's people that like it, there's people that don't like it, but overall, it hasn't amounted to anything that intriguing and
we still
WWE
don't even know why
watchable.
He did it. Like, did you call Dwayne? Did Dwayne call you? Like, we still don't understand what was the you said you want to be this is your last run. Yes, great, whatever. They gave it to you, and that we barely see you. We only see you when it's like, and you come out and only for like 2 seconds. You do a horrible ass like your promos are not even like interested anymore.
Yeah. What do you think, Josh? What have you thought about Cena's heel turn so far? And do you think this would be going better if Cody was in the position of top heel and still WWE champion?
I don't. That's the thing. I have no idea if it would have been going better. Obviously, we know what Cody could do as a heel. Especially if you watch his ROH stuff. I mean, that was top notch heel shit that he was doing in Ring of Honor. I just don't know if that was going to be like the same layout of what he was doing then to now. And that's kind of the feeling that I've been getting with the Cena stuff, where the moment when it happened, it was great. It was a great moment, and we thought it was going to go places because, hey, we have The Rock, Cena teaming up, and this is where it's going to go. And instead, we've kind of just gotten the opposite. We got a heel Cena who comes out in the same gear, same music.
There's different shirts for every town.
You know, mediocre matches so far, and it's just, you know, I mean, it's very, yeah, I mean, and it's very unfortunate. And the whole stuff has been, the layout has been the same thing. He's cut 7 of the same promos, like 7 appearances. He's cut the same promos 5 times. The baby faces have been on top, like they've had the upper hand. It's been the same thing, and it's like this approach of like this 1980s kind of approach is just not working for me when it comes to like how the layout is and what they're doing. I just think what happened, like you said, like what SP3 said, I do believe that this was a plan B. Had merch ready throughout the year for John Cena, and they had no choice but to like, all right, we still need to move this merch because it's his last year. I think that's what happened. I think and I think that's why they stayed with his look and everything, because they're like, oh shit, we have all this money that we need to shell out. We have no choice, because if you make him a heel, then trying to sell those merch doesn't really, it's probably not going to add to big dollars if you think it is. But if you see him going out there wearing it, that's where it's going to make people buy it, because they're like, oh shit, it's his farewell tour. It's his, you know, it's his last shirt for like that state, whatever he showed night he's in. So I think
good looking shirts at that. It's the same BS.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, and it's just it's very unfortunate. It's one of those things where it could have been great. I think John Cena would have been the right choice if he knew what they were going a very different direction. Like if you change his look, if you made him like a Hollywood-esque kind of heel, it would have worked. And unfortunately, we just getting the same John Cena. Just this time is he's cutting anti-fan promos. Like that's all he's really doing.
You people promos over and over again.
Yeah, you know, so that's why I'm like with Cody. Like I said, I know how good he is as a heel, how great Cody is as a heel. I just don't know how that would have translated. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really tough for me to say, because I'm like, all right, John Cena's the right move, because you know we haven't seen it before. But now it's kind of like, it's very easy to say, oh, Cody would have been the right move. I think it's very easy to say that because of how underwhelming the John Cena turn has been. I just don't know. I really don't know where it would have gone. You know what I mean? You would have seen Cody on TV. He would have been on TV, but then it's
that's what I'm saying. He would at least been on TV.
But then it's like, is he going to be cutting the same type of promos? And a lot of it probably wouldn't even make any sense. I mean, but also a lot of it wouldn't be any sense, because I'm like, this is the same guy who was like for the crowd and rah, rah, rah. And now he's turning on the fans and saying all this. I'm like, bro, you were champion for over a year. Like, you became the top star. So whatever you say in retrospect wouldn't make any sense. And even if the turn was to happen, you did it with the guy who beat the shit out of you last year. So it's like,
it's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
I didn't think of that part.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those things where, again, I think it's very easy to say, oh, Cody would have been better, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know realistically what option would have been better. I really think the turn would have worked, but again, we're getting the same shit, and then now he's facing R-Truth. That's what we're doing. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, this R-Truth, Jeremy Lambert, he put it best over on In the Weeds on Fightful. This is the equivalent of Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus Disco Inferno. This is not what you do. This is not what you do after one of the.
He's not lying.
Not what you. This is not what you do after one of the biggest heel turns of all time. Like I love R-Truth as much as everybody else, but he's a comedy act. He is a lower card comedy act. He should not be facing John Cena. He should not be facing John Cena in one of his last 30 dates in pro wrestling. That is ridiculous.
John Cena should just beat the shit out of him, and you could just get as over doing that. Like you could have had that scenario, like again, like with Backlash, the way the show ended, you should have had John Cena beat the shit out of R-Truth instead of the fucking press conference, which made it just awkward. I don't know. I'm sure
all the people just sitting there like,
and I think we're all like on board. We're like, we like R-Truth. I think R-Truth has put a lot into the business, but I'm like, this is not a match that should be a match. Like it shouldn't be a thing, especially on Saturday Night Main Event. You're trying to make it a thing, and you want people to tune in. This shouldn't be a match on TV.
No, it shouldn't. But here we are, one of the big matches next Saturday.